Everyone in the self-improvement space is making videos about becoming physically attractive to get the opposite sex. But I feel like they're neglecting the most important part of attraction. Why do you do anything? Any goal you have, you want to achieve it because it will make you feel a certain way, right? The end goal of literally everything we do is emotion. If you were already enlightened, would you need to go out and get money or achieve this or that? No. If you're already whole, you wouldn't need these like external validations. You hear it all the time about people who get money and then they're like, oh shit, I'm still unhappy. Oh, yeah? So if we apply that to attraction, you can see how ugly people who are funny, who are always happy and have a lot of love for themselves, you see how they attract other loving people and people love them. It's because it's all about feelings. Yes, you do need to look a certain way, like definitely do groom and take care of yourself physically, because that demonstrates that you have respect for yourself. Let's say you could have an interaction with someone twice, or you could go back in time and you could retry an interaction with that attractive girl. If the first time you were doing all your good habits and you had a high opinion of yourself, you were associated with your higher self, you'd look different, you'd give off different emotions, you'd not be afraid to hold eye contact, she would see you, you'd be taking up space, you'd feel good about yourself, you'd demonstrate that you're happy and all these things, and she would be attracted to you because she wants to be happy, or she is happy and she wants to be happy with someone else. You could both be twice as happy. That's why, yeah, and so I'll carry on. The second time, if you were just masturbating and like binge eating and you weren't thinking well of yourself, and this definitely puts you in a different state. It puts you in a different energy. And if you're in like a survival state or you're anxious and insecure, do you think she'd be attracted to you? No. You look the same, but the vibe you're giving off, the emotions that you're demonstrating are not attractive, so she would not be attracted to you. That's why, from their perspective, if we're putting ourselves in the shoes of the person you're trying to attract, when you meet someone and immediately they're giving off like insecure vibes, or they're like giving off like they're a pessimist or something, that's a big one of mine I really don't like. If they're giving off like unattractive emotions or vibes, or they're demonstrating like a negative mindset or something, are you going to be attracted to them? Even if they look really fit, you get to know them and then they demonstrate bad emotions or they think badly of themselves, you'd not be attracted to them, would you? It don't matter if they plucked their eyebrows or had nice fingernails. They wouldn't be attractive, they wouldn't be fun to be around. Don't worry too much if you don't feel that attractive, or you don't think you have the best features or whatever. Don't worry, because those things are really shallow, like that is surface level. So you might get less attention, or people might give you less, but once you actually have the opportunity to interact with someone and show your emotions, or they pick up on how you treat yourself and how you feel about yourself, they would be attracted to you. I know my nose is like all a deviated septum. I know it like pokes out and it looks funny. I got just a big nose in general. And as a teenager, this made me feel really insecure. I thought that everyone would see it and like that's why people wouldn't be attracted to me. But Now, nothing has changed. In fact, it's got worse because your nose keeps growing, same as your ears. But I'm now demonstrating attractive emotions. I think highly of myself. And guess what? I've attracted many more people, you know? I look the same. Like attracts like. So looking back as a teenager, I was pretty insecure. And when I evaluate, looking back on my friendships when I was an insecure teenager, yes, we had activities in common, but we also were all insecure. That was one of the main things we had in common, so we got along. Like attracts like. If you're a real anxious type, you'll attract anxious types. If you're arrogant, maybe you'll attract arrogant people. Basically, whatever vibe you give off, you will attract more of those. I saw a really good illustration. It was like 2 oxygen atoms binding, and then 2 people with the same like auras, same emotions binding. Regardless of how attractive you feel physically, if you're giving off loving, positive emotions, you'll attract other loving, positive people. And then you can both be loving and positive together. If you're not loving and thriving and feeling good about yourself, you are unattractive. Basically, what I'm saying is, take care of yourself, show that you demonstrate that you have high value by, yes, grooming and taking care of yourself. Which is funny because I haven't showered today. So, it's quite funny, isn't it? I'm making this video on attraction and I'm all like a bit bummy. But what I'm trying to say is, don't worry too much about your physical features. I'm still attracting people with a big old fucked up nose. You don't need to worry too much about these physical things. As long as you're giving off attractive emotions, you will attract attractive people. Yeah? Alright. See you in the next video.